Mathieu Latour from NAGRA Audio in Switzerland, and I'm here to present the HD preamplifier. We're very proud we got the CES Innovation Award for our new HD preamp. The HD preamp is very much a project that we started from a white page, and we built it in a two chassis, as you can see, separating the power supply from the main unit. The reason being we want to keep away everything that could impact on the sound, to keep it as clean as we could. The power supply and the preamp are suspended on a very special system that we custom designed for this project and that will be implemented on the HD line products. The suspension has a different purpose. The main is to isolate the unit from external vibration, and also we want to avoid any internal resonance. So each one is very stiff and made use of machined aluminium and many parts inside, like a speaker would have, that will make the different parts glue together and also avoid any noise you could have. You know, NAGRA is very popular for using battery power supply because that's what we do in the recorder, because you're in the field, you don't necessarily have power. And this is what we did in the PLP and also in our MPS power supply. For the HD line we wanted to take things a bit further away, and as you know, a battery is not necessarily stable because it just loses power continuously, so the voltage drops down, so you have to compensate and regulate it. So for this project we needed more power and it would have been a huge battery, so we decided to use another technique which is called supercaps. Supercap are low voltage capacitor, so you need to have a lot of them in order to do like 12 volt or 15 volt or 16 volt power supply. So they take a lot of space and they're very costly, but once you charge them you can keep this charge constant for a very long time. So they act like a filter, and they provide a continuous and tremendous resource of power to the preamplifier. So let me tell you a bit more about the audio part, which is why you are here probably watching and why we designed it. The HD preamp is a dual mono, so everything is really double inside, and we wanted to reflect that having two volume control. So the idea is, just like we did in the PLP some 20 years ago, you can use left and right and they are actually connected together, but instead of being a mechanical connection like on the PLP, here it's an electronic connection. Of course you want maybe to adjust the balance to play some of your favorite tracks, and then you can do it by the remote control or by hand here, and then you can decide that you want to connect them again, and the balance of course will be kept here. Then you want to reset the balance, you can do it by the remote or here. And it's important, Peter, when you are at any levels, the left and right volume are perfect, 0 dB difference. Why? Because we don't make use of those potentiometers. They're here just to help you set the volume and see the volume from your chair. But the volume control is made by a patent pending technology we just designed for this product, which is a transformer which uses a huge number of output windings, and we combine those windings to generate the level you want. What happens is that the energy of the signal is constant, whatever the volume you listen to, so you don't lose any energy in the sound, and that's really something you can hear. Even at low volume you have a feeling of presence that you would lose with a regular potentiometer, or if you use high quality resistor like some company do. It's a very good way to have a fixed volume control, but on the other hand you lose energy because you just attenuate the signal. With a transformer you don't, and you also have the advantage of having a balanced output. Those technical features that, as you can see, are really revolutionary is probably the reason why the Consumer Electronic Association granted us an innovation award, which we're very proud of, and I'm sure it will grow a certain light on our product and what is high in audio, so I think it's a good thing for our industry as well. As you can see, it's an innovative product, but it still bears the very traditional NAGRA features and signature. The most famous and iconic one is probably the meter, which we called a modulo meter. It's not a view meter, it's not a peak meter. It is something that Stefan Kudelski designed in order to faithfully level the tape signal he will send to the recording while doing his recording. Because you don't want too much level, otherwise you will distort the tape. And so it has to be fast. More than a view meter, but less than a peak meter, because then you have a better representation of the power of the signal. And so we have a stereo modulometer in NAGRA typical way, and we reintroduce the one that we had in the NAGRA 4S, our most iconic recorder. The other traditional NAGRA signature is the rotary encoder, which in a typical Swiss dialect we would call a peclet. A peclet is really a very local and traditional NAGRA word. So a peclet has the purpose of selecting the input, also turning on the unit, and as you can see, it made use of motors, and so you can of course change the input when you are listening on your chair. You do not have to move the rotary encoder yourself. So the HD preamp is based on tube. So it's a dual mono preamplifier, so it has two input modules inside. We use new old stock tube because they're the only one who have this extremely high specification we need to take this product where we want it to be. And we've tried a lot of different tubes to select the right one based on measurement and listening session. That took probably like a month of listening session to do that. And what's very unique about the HD preamp, and that is a consequence of everything we've discussed so far, is it has absolutely striking performance, and that is something you can measure, and that we do extensively in the factory. Like the signal to noise ratio is below 160 dB minus 0, and I don't think there are many preamplifiers in the market, and maybe some product from the NASA that bear those specifications. And of course you can tell me what about the sound, because measurement we know is not enough for it to be sounding good. And then I'd like René to say a few words about what he feels about this product.
Hi, my name is Romanel. So NAGRA selects tube by sound because when you know that a transistor switch the signal, it's very easy to hear that the transistor do something that is not good for music, and the harmonics structure in the music is not linear like a tube. So a tube without feedback will have more breadth, better frequency response from 5 Hz to 200,000 Hz without phase shift, and you will get a sense of texture and color of the music with a lot of energy and dynamic that is not possible with transistor. So I'm in love with that preamp.